up and down. Your love is a ship. I pull your anchor and I christen it. I'm in love with love, I'm in love. And it broke me in two. I'm in love with love. I'd pull your ship across the ocean wide, hold my breath and dive, dive, dive. They held me at the bottom, asked me why. Open my mouth and I tell them why. I'm in love with love, I'm in love. And it broke me in two. I'm in love with love. Oh, look out, baby, for it'll break me too, yeah. To lovers in the best, to something that I'm in love, I'm in love. It broke me too. I'm in love, it's gonna break you too. Yes, it will. The waves are breaking in a foreign tongue. I understand them, but I feel them now. Your love is a ship. Pull your anchor and hang on to it. I'm in love with love, I'm in love. And it broke me in two. I'm in love with love. Oh, look out, baby, it's gonna break you too, yeah. I'm in love with love, I'm in love. And it broke me in two. I'm in love with love. Dream, do you want to be in it too? You can be with me and I can be with you. Gotta come, another one you know. You better run, baby, now you never know. I got a dream, do you want to be in my dream? I got a dream, do you want to be in my dream? Tender heart, you want my tender heart. I got nothing you need, but everything you want. You make me bad, baby, I feel you now. All of the ones I can take out of the I got a tender heart, you want my tender heart. I got a tender heart, you want my tender heart. Time I saw you, I thought it must have been you. Laughed in my face and threw down in a paper. It's nothing to do with it. It's only for the biggest with my dream. I got a dream, do you want to be in my dream? tree. You wanna be that apple tree. Always a friend to you. Do you want me my friend? Ooh, do you want me my friend? Ooh, every once in a while, honey, let your love show. Every once in a while, honey, let yourself go. Nobody gets hurt. Ooh, nobody gets hurt. Well, it came as two. We let down his one. I don't care if I'm not your only one. Well, I see you, you see in me. But if I do you wrong, smoke my smoke, drink my wine, bury my snakes and do some well down fire. Come on, still be a lover, baby. Wasn't I always a friend to you? Wasn't I always a friend to you? You wanna be my friend? Ooh, yeah, you wanna be my friend. Ooh, every once in a while, honey, let yourself go. Every once in a while, honey, let your love show. Nobody gets hurt. Ooh, nobody gets hurt. Well, I could be an astronaut alongside the moon, or wrapped up like a baby on a bus home to you. Wherever I go, you go with me. But if I do you wrong, take the master suite. I'll take the floor. You get your rest. Don't worry about me. I'll get mine just a little bit later. Still be a lover, baby. Wasn't I always a friend to you? Wasn't I always a friend to you? Every once in a while, honey, let your love show. Every once in a while, honey, let yourself go. Nobody gets hurt. It's only love. Love's not love. Oh, 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 oh. Thank you very much. Thanks for having us. Thank you.
All right. So talk about, first of all, bringing the street songs to the street. This is a fun idea. How did this kind of come about?
Well, it came about as partly because through the record company, we're just trying to figure out ways, in today's world, it's really difficult to get music to the people outside of, like iTunes and the internet. I mean, live shows have suffered as a result of the economy and just the way people are spending their money on entertainment. So I think the best way to do it these days seems to be to taking it to the people somehow. And so this place set up with food downstairs and entertainment upstairs is a perfect vehicle for it, We did one earlier for lunchtime today by Yahoo and MTV, and now here on Weissler, late afternoon crowd.
And it seems like this music's getting to the people just because it's good. It's such a great record. People are really noticing what you've been up to these days. You've been doing this a long time, but it seems like it's all kind of coming together in so many ways for you right now. Talk about this record. You must be really proud of it.
I'm proud of the record. I think what the record represents for me is like, all the years of making records. I mean, this is my 11th solo record, I believe. And I've been in bands since 75, and we've been traveling the countryside since 75, And so all this touring and everything has finally culminated in this band record, Street Songs of Love. And the whole approach to the record, the way that it was made, we did a residency in Austin, Texas, which we played, presented 3 new songs a night every week, The audience was with us from the inception of the song to the final completion of the song. We went on tour for 3 weeks after that, 2 months, and played the songs every night. Worked with Tony Visconti again, Chuck Prophet again as a songwriter, and my band, the Sensitive Boys, stripped it down to just 2 guitars, bass, and drums. So I think all of that has really just kind of come full circle of all the things that I've ever loved about music and making records, has finally showed itself up in this album.
Is it easier or harder for you to write songs at this point? Because the stuff sounds so great. It seems like it's just coming at you in a whole different way. Let's talk about the process a little bit.
Well, right now, beginning with Real Animal, I struck up a relationship with Chuck Prophet as a songwriting partner. And I think that just gave me a whole new perspective on songwriting. It brought in another guy who was just excited about making these records as I was, and so, also he has a kind of a different approach to songwriting. He's more hook-laden songs, and songs with real sharp kind of journalistic eye as far as lyrical writing. So it helped me develop a whole new style of writing, and I think, it's a good time for me. The songs are pouring out, and the band is sounding great, so I don't see how we couldn't make it, at least a few more.
Yeah. I did recent shoots with Chuck and with Peter, and it seems like all you guys are kind of come up from the same time.
Right.
Just kind of doing the best music of your
feels
career.
like it. Yeah.
But a lot of the guys have fallen away and they aren't doing it. What is it about you guys, the longevity, you think it's kind of your blood to keep going?
Well, it's funny now when I look back on all the guys who are still making music, John Doe, John D. Graham, my brother Javier, Peter Case, Chuck Prophet, all these guys. And you can kind of tell in the beginning that we were lifers, I think. It's just something we were born to do and something we'll do until we no longer can do it. So I think from Peter Case especially, I've always, kind of learned about the troubadour spirit, about traveling and singing songs to people and sending the message that way. And so, I think Peter's been a big, huge influence on me as far as that's concerned.
They've always had acclaim from other artists and musicians and fans have always loved it. People always say great things about you. It seems like now it's just kind of, there's so much acclaim for this record. People are saying such great things. What does that do to your head when you're hearing all these great things about this album? Talks about the Grammys and sales, just good stuff.
I think it just makes you feel better about what you're doing. It's like a confirmation of all this hard work and all these people that have supported you over years. I think it feels really good to be able to make such strong work and songs and performances, and that everyone's happy around us. The team of people around us are all very positive. The record company, the management, the band itself. So everything feels just great right now. I mean, it's a funny thing. It's not a very rock and roll thing, but it feels good.
It's a very rock and roll record. So talk about just really letting loose. We saw a taste of this today. This is acoustic. The show tonight and on tour. You guys are doing a full deal.
Full-on electric band. Yeah, the songs on this album are very, very fun to play. It's an enjoyable experience to play all these tunes, and so we're just getting off on it. We're trying to go up there and play like we're much younger than we actually are. Put a lot of energy into it, and the shows have been strong.
How's life on the road for you different now than it was 20 years ago?
It's much different now. It's earlier nights, earlier evenings, and I don't drink anymore. And just really trying to, I think that after, I'd say about 7 years ago was when I stopped drinking, and at that point the music really became the focus and less than the partying and all the other things that came with the road. You know? It became more about the music, and I think that's been to my advantage.
Yeah. Talk about gaining new fans, people that are going to be turned on to you for the first time, may not even known anything you've done before, but because this record's so great, will become Alejandro Escovedo fans now. It must be a great feeling knowing that.
It is, man. It's really nice after all these years. It seemed like we played for the same crowd for years and years and years, you know. And so, yeah, it's nice to see new faces out there. And it's really cool because no matter where we go, it seems like no matter where we go at this point, people recognize us from something we've done, whether it was, you know, Letterman or the Today Show or, you know, the Democratic National Convention. Any of those, you know, high-profile things that we've done have really served us well.
You have some cool guest musicians on this record as well. They're getting attention. We can talk about.
Well, we had Bruce Springsteen sing on Faith, you know, and Bruce has been a strong supporter over the last couple albums, and we share the same management, you know. And then I had Ian Hunter from Matarupo sing, and I've been a Matarupo junkie forever. You know? I used to stalk that band, you know, whenever they played. So, you know, for me to have Ian, especially on that tune, which is one that I wrote for my son, you know, and so it's encouraging my son to be more of a punk than he actually is, you know, and you know, it's like no one ever gave me that kind of affirmation when I was a kid. So it's nice to, you know, I used to get it from the songs of Ian Hunter and Matarupo and other writers, you know. And so it's nice to have Ian on this song, in which it's kind of a generational thing, in which he's singing to me and I'm singing to my son, you know, and it worked perfectly.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was great.
Talk about how this album and your music kind of fits into the music of today. Things have changed so much since when you first started. It's just, people are still dig kind of straight ahead rock and roll.
Yeah.
The real deal. Just talk about that a little bit.
Well, I think in the end, I mean, it's all about how good the songs are, you know, and if the songs are strong, it doesn't matter in what shape or form they come in, whether it's a synthesizer record or, you know, tuba and throat singers or, you know, a choir of some kind, you know. It's all about how good the song is. And I feel like we've got strong songs. You know, when you present a song for the first time and someone's singing, trying to sing along with it, you know you've got something strong.
Well, that's for sure. You got some good ones.
Thank you very much.
Real fun.
All right. Thank you.
Mind if I get a shot with you?